All right, so we're back up here at the property. It's April 5th, the night of April 5th, and it's about 5:30 p.m. and we haven't been here in a couple weeks. The updates in our life: the baby did arrive. Baby August was born Monday, March 24th at 6 a.m. Right into my arms. He was born in our bathroom 15 minutes before our midwife had even gotten here. So it was something that we loosely expected and planned for, and we were grateful to be able to deliver our own baby together, Hayden and I, just us, and it was absolutely amazing. He was born healthy, he was born strong, and I can't say enough good things about how tough and strong and amazing Hayden was throughout that whole labor. It was long, it was grueling, and she was determined, and she was focused, and she didn't complain, and she did just absolutely amazing, and she brought an amazing human into the world for us, and we are over the moon with how awesome that's been the past couple weeks. So he's here, but now it's time to get back to work here on the property. So I'm in the backyard here. We brought a bunch of fruit trees in today. We still have the project going inside with the bathrooms. The plumber will be out at the end of the month, so before the end of this month there will be I have to get the bathrooms finished, so I got to get that remaining shower ripped out, and I need to get the new shower floors put in so that the plumber can repipe, and then he'll put the surrounds in on the showers. After that, it'll be on my time to get the rest of the bathroom remodeled. So, but it's important now that we get this gardening going a little bit, because it's springtime. It's getting hotter. The spring showers are here. The spring flowers are blooming. There's fire ants everywhere, and we got to get this stuff in the ground. So in the past, we've really overanalyzed a lot of our gardening, and we've developed a bit of a style, and Hayden and I are pretty on the same page about how we want things planted. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be up here, and I'm going to get this back perimeter of the fence here planted with, I'd say, about 10 different fruit trees. The trees that we will be planting in the morning are 2 persimmons, a black mulberry, a Meyer lemon. We have vetiver grass. We have 2 enterobiums, which are leguminous trees. They will fertilize the soil around our fruit trees. An everbearing mulberry, I don't know if I mentioned 2 pawpaws, and a loquat. So those will be the initial plant here around the perimeter of the backyard. I have to keep in mind that there is a power line. Sorry about that. There is a power line, so I got to consider what a tree will look like in its mature form. It's very important to us that we have gardens all around this property. We actually planted a bit of a food forest out front already. I think I had a video on that earlier in my channel, but back here has been on our mind for quite some time. It's fenced in. It's right in the backyard, close to the kitchen, so there's value in having a good garden system right out your back door, right by your kitchen. So in Florida, it's important to kind of follow the whole food forest methodology. Your annual gardens are very difficult. They can be done. There's a lot of people growing a lot of great annual gardens, but that's not necessarily our thing. We want to plant a lot of fruit trees, a lot of perennials, stuff that's easy to maintain, stuff that's prolific, kind of thrives on neglect, stuff like that. So obviously some of the things we plant are going to die, and we know that, but we're looking for hardiness. We're looking for tough plants, and we're going to weed out the ones that are weak in the meantime. And so yeah, the backyard is probably, I don't know, it's 3 times the size of our backyard now. So we're excited for the extra space. It's fenced in, so we're hoping that it'll mitigate some of the pests that could be involved with this type of garden now. But yeah, so let's I'm gonna keep getting these trees out. I forgot to mention some of the other species that we will be planting for sure in the backyard. Stuff such as blackberries and raspberries and sweet potatoes and long beans. Those are things that we've already had a lot of success growing at our own garden now. So it is something that we're surely gonna bring to this backyard as well. cardboard will go around all these fruit trees tomorrow when they go in the dirt. There will be compost in every hole. Down the line, obviously, we will have our own composting systems here. For now, we're gonna opt to use the old trusty black cow. But we've planted systems like these in the past. We've planted one at a assisted living facility, and I mean, we don't even touch it anymore. Some of the people at the assisted living facility take care of it themselves now. But as far as like management, these systems can be very, very self-managing. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Well, if we tilt it, it'll drain. All right, so this shower is finally out. I actually made a mistake when I ripped the tub out. I forgot I had to pull the drain out of the tub, but luckily for me, I don't know that this was put together properly because it slipped right out, nothing broke. So we dodged a bullet there. But the shower's out. This metal trim here needs to go all the way up to the top because it already pulled, so I'll probably have to get this section of sheetrock out. I might even need to just get all this sheetrock out because there's some peeling there and it kind of looks ugly. And if we left that one little thing, it'd probably be noticeable. This sheetrock needs to come out too, I believe. But I'm gonna get all these screws off of these studs real quick. All right, so the linoleum's finally done. At least the top layer is done in the bathroom, master bathroom. The shower's ripped out. I did make a mistake when ripping that out. I forgot to actually remove the freaking drain from the shower, so we're dealing with a crack there. I'm gonna have to talk to the plumber, but we are where we need to be in this bathroom. Minus getting the adhesive up. I'm not gonna film that. I'm just gonna Google on it and just keep scraping. But the fellas have been working on the other side of the house, so let's check out what they've been working on. All right, so we got the bathroom or the kitchen much cleaner. The plans for the kitchen are as follows. We're going to remove this ugly thing. We're most likely going to keep these based off of suggestions and opinions in the comments and from my wife and family. So we're probably going to paint these, refurbish them as needed. This island is going to go, fridge will go here. There will be a new oven, new sink, new dishwasher, obviously new plumbing. So it'll be a basically brand new kitchen. We'll paint the walls as well. So that's the updates there. The laundry room is basically completely cleaned out. It's just like the kitchen. When the plumber comes in, we'll be getting a new hot water heater. The plumbing will be worked on here and there. This is the back side of the guest bathroom. So just on the other side is the guest bathroom. And in here will be a paint. Obviously, we'll be removing the linoleum in the kitchen as well and the laundry room. And so yeah, that's the updates with the kitchen and laundry room. So the living room is...
I had a 1985 map and somebody threw it away.
Made good progress in the living room. Jacob and Tim have really cleaned it out in here as well, just like the kitchen and the laundry room. We got some glass broke over here. Who did that?
Jacob did it.
You're fired, dude.
I did not.
But obviously, carpet's all gonna get removed. New paint. The trim might stay. It looks pretty good, I think. It'll all be dependent on what kind of LVP we put in. I don't know what that'll look like.
Okay, what's next one?
Those two can go for sure.
These two things?
So we're moving stuff out to the truck. Jacob's gonna run it to the dump tomorrow, and while they're doing that, I'm gonna get a couple trees cut. has been bugging me. They're beautiful and they smell good. All right, we're gonna go for this tree right here, but it's dead, it's windy, so we're gonna set the ladder up and strap it. So we're gonna set the strap up on this tree, and then I'll drop it this direction, pretty much nailing this. But we're gonna strap it because it's dead in the middle, I think. So I'm gonna limb some of this up before I do it, just so I have a little more room. like this, I want in the backyard. I'll move some too. I'll be ready in 10 minutes, Fox. Water those trees in the back that I brought back there. Well, we didn't get to planting anything today, but we got a considerable amount of stuff ripped out of the house. The whole entire living room almost. The kitchen's pretty much done. The laundry room's just about done. Tim is just about done. And so we didn't get the planting today. We'll come back out here and plant with Hayden maybe this next weekend. But between now and then, I got to get the bathroom parts ordered so that we can hurry up and get those in. But I also got to talk to the plumber. I have some logistical questions about timing of things and when should certain things be done. And I'm just curious about some stuff. So I'm going to talk with the plumber. We're going to hang out with the baby, and we'll be back when we can. But for now, we're going to leave these trees here. I got them watered in, and we got wood ready for our raised beds. So with that being said, we will be back probably next weekend. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.